He's a soldier in a new world. She's a star on the rise. Their two worlds collide in a graceful love story told through dance. Our Amy Cohen sits down with the cast of An American in Paris.
A Hollywood classic is coming back to life on Broadway.
Gene Kelly is the reason why I started dancing, the reason why I wanted to become a professional dancer. And to have this opportunity feels like once in a lifetime.
Robert Fairchild is getting to step into a role made famous by the man he idolized.
Growing up in Salt Lake, I didn't know what Broadway was. I didn't know it was a street with all these theaters on it. I just knew that it was like what Gene Kelly did, and I just wanted to do that.
After finding success as a principal dancer with the New York City Ballet, An American in Paris is giving Robert an opportunity to fulfill another dream, singing.
It was just the most exciting, most exhilarating feeling to get to do those two things at the same time.
Gene Kelly shared the screen with Leslie Caron. Robert shares the stage with Leanne Cope.
It's just a huge, huge privilege, not only to be on Broadway, but to be in a brand new musical on Broadway. That, you know, that's very rare.
Leanne is a dancer with the Royal Ballet in London. This is her first time on The Great White Way, just as it was Caron's first time on film.
I was lucky enough to meet Leslie Caron a couple of weeks ago. She told me about her experience and how she got the part, and it kind of, in some ways, felt very similar to me in that she was a ballet dancer and Gene Kelly came to Paris and saw her dance and was like, oh, I think we should give her a go. And she got the part and was in Hollywood weeks later, so I kind of feel we're on a similar journey, which is really lovely.
Both Leanne and Robert immersed themselves in French culture to prepare for their roles. The show actually opened in Paris before making the move to Broadway.
For me, because I'm playing a French lady, the most amazing thing was being surrounded by French women all day long. They just have something very special about them, and trying to put that on myself, because English women don't have that.
Being an American in Paris, playing An American in Paris, was like the best research you could have ever done.
The music helps set the tone. It comes from the legendary team of brothers George and Ira Gershwin.
The music is almost another character in the story. It's so amazing.
George Gershwin first composed the score to portray what an American experiences visiting Paris for the very first time. It's a feeling these performers hope the audience walks away with after seeing the show.
I hope that people experience a tiny bit of Paris with us on the journey, and then maybe come for a glass of champagne in this wonderful French cafe.
From Paris, France to the Far East, no expense was spared in the jaw-dropping revival of The King and I here at Lincoln Center. The talents of Kelly O'Hara and Ken Watanabe alone are worth the ticket price, but the cutest cast members are the kids. Jennifer Lammers sat down with Broadway's youngest stars.
So how old are you guys?
I'm 9, she's 8.
Olivia and Lynn play twin princesses in the Broadway musical The King and I, two of the youngest stars on one of the biggest stages in the world. But don't think that makes them nervous.
They used to say, just pretend the people there are like in their underwears or something like that. Is that technical? Yeah, it works really good, actually.
But you can't laugh.
Yeah, you can't laugh. No.
It's a few hours before showtime, and the kids are going over their opening scene, the King of Siam, played by Academy Award nominee Ken Watanabe, introducing the royal students to their new English teacher, Anna, played by 5-time Tony Award nominee Kelly O'Hara.
Getting to know you, getting to know all about you.
The kids bring a kind of naturalness to it. They bring themselves to it. They're not through layers of training or through layers of anything else. It's just them.
Right.
And so you have a lot of their spirit and a lot of their joy in the work.
After all, the children are the heart of this heartwarming cast, drawing together the pragmatic King of Siam and the progressive Anna. Caught somewhere in between, the Crown Prince, played by 18-year-old John Corpus.
I'm still a teenager, but I'm seeing all these things, and all of a sudden this British lady comes in, she's giving all of her Western ideas, and it's kind of like I'm being slapped in the face with all these different, and I don't know where to put my trust.
When they're not rehearsing, this classroom of children heads to a different classroom backstage for on-set tutoring. After all, even though they're professional paid actors, they're still kids.
It's amazing how much they get done in their day. They work harder than the regular actors because they have to do the show and they have to do their schoolwork every day.
But instructor Lillian Purpey says not only is she impressed by their work ethic, she's also amazed at their natural talent, something that comes out even when they're doing the kinds of things that other kids do all the time.
When they sing happy birthday to anybody, it's a Broadway cast singing happy birthday.
Exactly, that's something you don't think about, right?
Yeah.
Sitting down with the musical's youngest performer, 6-year-old Christy Kim, you can tell right away that when she's on stage, she's right at home. Her favorite scene is with Anna.
My scene with Kelly is, I have to say, like, I don't believe such thing as snow, and then, like, she's gonna leave, so I have to say I believe in snow because I don't want her to leave.
And while The King and I is a dazzling portrait of costumes, music, and a tale of the humanity that comes from breaking down walls, underneath it all is a story that's still being written. For these young stars, the future is just as bright as the big lights of Broadway.
Thank you, girls. You're the best.
What, your hair's so long.
The truth about Broadway from the critic that can make or break a show.
I try to be a virgin when I sit down and say, okay, seduce me. You know, I don't know what's coming. I want to see what you can do.
My exclusive one-on-one interview with the New York Times' Ben Brantley. When Broadway Up Close, your backstage pass returns.